Welcome to the DESU-TV live stream. I'm Derek Slayton with you today as Delaware State takes on Cleveland State. The game is already underway. Delaware State trails early 4-0. Cleveland State has used their size in their first couple possessions to get into the paint and score some easy baskets. Delaware State is struggling to get any good looks against Cleveland State's 2-3 zone as there's another miss, and that time is Lyric Turner, who was unable to get the shot to go. Have a travel by Isabel Gradwell on that pull-up jumper attempt. The Lady Hornets come into today's game with a record of 3-4. They started out 3-1, but have dropped their last 3 home games. And there's a turnover by Naomi Shorts. Mariah White interception and takes it into the lane for the easy transition layup, and that will trigger a timeout by Dave Caputo. The Lady Hornets, once again, they're coming into this game with a 3-4 record. They've dropped their last 3 games. Their last setback came against William and Mary last Saturday when they lost 73-52. Lyric Turner was one of the lone bright spots.
Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield of Delaware is a proud supporter of Delaware State Hornets Athletics.
Once again, Lyric Turner was one of the lone bright spots in their loss to William and Mary. She scored 26 points, shooting 10 of 20 from the field, including 6 of 13 three-pointers, which is just one shy of tying the school record for most three-pointers made in a single game. If you remember, Kiki Barber is one of 2 players in Delaware State history to hit 7 three-pointers. She made 7 a couple years ago against Savannah State. Shorts starting for her first time in her collegiate career. Turner thought about it, back out to Ash. Ash stumbles a bit. Shorts to Myasia Bullock. Ball moving around. Turner, difficult shot, no good. Sam had it, but was knocked free, and Mariah Miller with the rebound, and she has numbers. Mariah Miller finds Mariah White, but a good job there by Lyric Turner. She leads the team in charges drawn. Does a good job getting in position and stopping that transition basket. This is the first time in the season that the Lady Hornets haven't started Sharaja Collins, as Myasia Bullock will have a chance 40-1 as she went strong to the rim, drew the foul, and still made the shot despite the contact. Bullock with a chance to complete the three-point play, as she does. A little bit more on Sharaja Collins. She leads the team in scoring with 13 points a game, but did not start today. I think they're trying to have more balanced scoring. When she goes out and Lyric Turner is out at the same time, they struggle offensively, as Naomi Shorts with the sure-handed steal. Bullock in the lane, turns it over. Miller with the steal. Miller kicks it out. Jumper for Miller as she got it back, no good. So Bullock coming out for said Sharaja Collins. Collins was co-player of the week in the MEAC, mainly for her 24-point performance in the upset against the University of Delaware at the Bob Carpenter Center just a couple weeks ago. Collins gets it there, kicks it back to Shorts. Demi Moore drives in the lane and finishes with a right-hand layup. The Vikings trying to set up something in a post. Miller, jumper at the free throw line, unable to make it. Scramble for the ball, Moore gets it. Turner will bring the ball back out to Shorts, who will set the offense up. Turner, good move, gets into the lane, floater, no good, a little out of control there, and the Vikings will get the rebound. Mariah White to Miller. Miller blows the layup. The ball will stay on this end of the floor. So a three-player swap as Janelle Addison, Janasia Law, and Alexis Moraney all check in for the first time for the Lady Hornets. Dumas kicks it out. Isabella Geraci may have gotten away with a travel. And we're going to get a push by a Vikings player. It was Miller trying to get posting position on Collins, but got a little handsy and was called for the offensive foul. Morangi. Law finds Moore for the short corner jumper and gets the shooter's roll. So the Hornets now lead 7-6. They're on a 7-0 run after that timeout by head coach Dave Caputo. The Vikings will take a three-point attempt, no good. Need a rebound. Miller gets it, but loses the ball out of bounds. Lady Hornets tightening up on defense after giving up quick 3 easy baskets to start the game. The Lady Hornets are without their 2 starting front court players in Sierra Floyd and Zoe Holmes. Holmes is sick with the flu. Sierra Floyd is questionable for today's game. She may play, but she is dealing with an ankle injury. She has suited up, but we have yet to see if she will play or not. Collins for 3. Shot was just a little short. Mariah White pushing the ball for the Vikings, crosses over. Nothing doing, good defense there by Janasia Law. Geraci has Collins all over her. They'll dump it down in the paint. That's where their advantage will be, but good defense by Demi Moore affecting the Dia Dumas shot in the paint. Law will take the pick. Addison, she's a good shooter, but that one is short. Moore fighting and scrapping will lead to a jump ball possession, and an arrow is for Cleveland State. Good hustle, though, by Moore, trying to salvage the possession. Julia Hintz is checking in for the first time for the Vikings. Taking the place of Isabel Gradwell. She has the ball now, kicks it out to Miller. Geraci. Down low. Good defense there by Alexis Moraney. If you want to play for the Lady Hornets, you have to play defense. That's Dave Caputo's calling card. They may be undersized, but this is a scrappy team that fights for every loose ball, fights for every rebound, fights for every steal. And that was a perfect example on that play by Moraney. Moraney now has the ball, attacking, floater in the lane, no good. Gradwell secured the rebound. Geraci for three. No good. Collins gets it, and she's in a hurry up the court. Collins draws the contact, and it'll be a charge. Would have liked to see either a spin move or a Euro step to get away from the charge there. She tried to just do a little bit of a hesitation to get by, and it didn't work. Turner back in for Addison. Addison's been rarely used this season. Is a good spot-up three-point shooter and is a solid defender. It's good to see her get some minutes as she's trying to kick off some of the rust and some of just the unsureness as she's had a couple of knee injuries throughout her four-year career. Vikings, they're trying to get a post-up play there, but instead they'll settle for a three. And Hintz, who just came into the game moments ago, knocks it down. The Vikings take a 9-7 lead with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Skip pass out to Collins. She drives baseline, tough layup, can't finish. And the rebound for the Vikings. Good job by Gradwell, contesting without fouling and then securing the defensive rebound. And that's what the Vikings will do. They're going to try to get the ball inside. They see the mismatch with Mariah Miller, who is over 6 feet, being guarded by Sharaja Collins, who's listed as a generous 5'7". Miaja Bullock checks in the game for Collins, who just committed her second foul, and she's one of the better players for the Lady Hornets. So her having 2 fouls will be a developing story. They are a team that needs her offense. Bullock down low, trying to deal with Miller. Miller reverse pivots and knocks down a close range shot to extend their leads back to 4. Turner, always willing to shoot the 3. Bullock, Moore wants it, hook shot, couldn't get it, tried to flip it in there, didn't work. Loose ball, the Vikings get it, and they have numbers. Jumper by Mariah White is no good. Rebound by Gradwell, kicked out to Geraci, who makes an extra pass to Hintz. Hintz no good, need a rebound. It'll be Lanasia Ash, but she loses the ball. Hintz finds the streaking Miller, and Miller with a nice lay-in. 13-7 lead now for the Vikings. Janasia Law getting the play call from Dave Caputo. Bad pass there by Ash, and it's stolen by Mariah White, who'll solo win for the layup. And just like that, it's an 8-point lead. A 9-0 run by the Vikings, and they lead 15-7 with just under a minute left in the first quarter. Bullock sees double vision, kicks it to Moore. Moore loses the ball. Bullock recovers. Too strong on a shot. White pushes the ball up to Hintz. Gradwell at the top of the key. Open 3 for Geraci. She can't knock it down. Ash gets the loose ball and kicks it up to Law. Caputo says, settle, let's take the last shot. Do not want to give the Vikings another possession on offense. 15 seconds remain in the first quarter. Turner crosses over to the left, step back, off balance 3, no good. Not the best shot there. And it's going to be a jump ball, and the possession will remain for the Vikings. Just 0.4 seconds left, so not much to do for a shot. So that will be the end of the first quarter. Delaware State trails Cleveland State 15-7. A developing story so far in this game is their highest scorer on the season, Sharaja Collins, picked up 2 early fouls in the first quarter. She sat for the remaining 3 minutes of the quarter, and that coincided with the Cleveland State run. Last time out for Cleveland State, they picked up its 5th straight win, earning a 66-62 victory against Akron. They improved to 5-1 on the season. Both of these coaches are in their 2nd year. Chris Kilmeyer has a 15-21 record for his career at Cleveland State. Overall, though, he has a winning record of 431 wins to just 137 losses in his 20-year coaching career. Caputo, his record with the team is 10-25. He has an overall record of 146 victories to just 84 losses in his 9-year coaching career. So, we're back for some second quarter action. Turner will inbound the ball. Turner, Shorts, and Laneja Ash are the 3 guards in the backcourt. Miaja Bullock and Demi Moore are the 2 front court players for the Hornets. Turner, difficult shot, no good. She's struggling to find her shot so far in the quarter. Turner 0 for 5 from the floor. She scored 26 points last game. Shorts drove into traffic and turned it over, but the Vikings give it right back. And Tierra Floyd, who's missed the last game due to an ankle injury, is heading to the scorer's table. She'll sub in for Demi Moore. We'll have to keep an eye on Tierra Floyd's ankle and how she holds up running back and forth on the court. Her right ankle is heavily taped and she has a little bit of a limp. But she can shoot it and comes right in and knocks down a deep 3 from the right wing. They have sorely missed that. She's missed about 3 games so far this season. And the Lady Hornets struggle when she's not on the court. Three-pointer right back by Mariah Miller. Vikings lead 18-10 with just a minute gone in the second quarter. Turner driving, tried to dump it in, no good, not successful as Miller saw it and got the steal. The Vikings thought about pushing in transition, but Talia Levy decides to bring the ball back out. Having trouble passing the ball, gives it to Gradwell. Gradwell finds Hintz on a backdoor cut. Naomi Shorts a little over-aggressive and got caught with a backdoor cut and gave up the easy basket. The Vikings lead by double digits for the first time in today's game as the score is now 20-10 with 8 minutes left in a half. Backdoor cut for Ash. She took a lot of steps, didn't get called for the travel, but missed the layup. Should have went up with her left hand. It would have been a lot easier for her. Hence steps into a 3. Too strong, almost bounced in. Floyd gets the rebound. Shorts will bring the ball up the court. Turner, and she took too many steps. She'll be called for a travel on that play. Law, Collins, and Sam, Melissa Sam, all sub back into the game. So the Lady Hornets now have a little bit more size and more of a traditional lineup with 2 front court players in Sam and Floyd. Levy being guarded by Law. Law is a pretty good defender at the point of attack. Moraine dealing with Hintz. De Graffenried kicks it to Gradwell, and Gradwell airballs a 3. Law pushing the pace. Floyd, she can shoot from out there. That one off to the left, but Collins with a great rebound and putback. All of 5'7", if that, but was able to sky up, grab the rebound, and put the ball back in for the Lady Hornets. The Graffin read kicks to Hintz. Hintz uses a Miller pick and roll. Back out to Levy. Levy spins. Levy floats it in. What a shot by Levy. Law bringing the ball back out. Looks like some confusion on what the offense is. Floyd thought about shooting it on a pick and pop. She decides to put the ball on the ground, and she travels. So Floyd came in for some good minutes. Played about 2.5 minutes, but have to be very cautious with her. She's one of the more valuable players on this team, the graduate transfer from Xavier University. But as you can see, she still has a limp in her gait and seems to be in some pain as she left the floor. She's just trying to figure out what to do with that ankle. Foul on this end of the floor. The foul will be on Demi Moore. Miller knocks the first of two down. Miller knocks both down. And Miller has been very good thus far for the Vikings, and now she's getting a rest. She has 4 games of 20-plus points on the season already. Meringue to Collins. Meringue to Collins again. Moore. They try to run a high-low play with Moore and Sam, but the pass wasn't there. Floater, no good. Moore with the rebound. She's been very active on the glass so far. Collins crosses over, almost loses it, gets it back. Good defense by Mariah White on Collins. Just 6 seconds left on the play clock, shot clock rather, and Law throws up a shot. No good. Vikings back on offense. Geraci probing in the lane. White going baseline, runs into a defender, and a good defensive play by Melissa Sam drawing the charge. The Lady Hornets, if this is your first time viewing them this season, they have 12 newcomers on the team. Only 2 remaining players for the Lady Hornets are LaNasia Ash and Janelle Addison, both senior guards. Ash is checking back into the game along with Lyric Turner. The Lady Hornets went to junior college route to get a lot of their players with 7 JUCO transfers. They also had Tierra Floyd as a graduate transfer. Turner. Moore gets it. Ash for 3, knocks it down. And the Lady Hornets will call a timeout. They trail 24-15 with 4:31 left in the half. Just some more insight on this new look Lady Hornets that you see on the court. Once again, they have 7 JUCO transfers. They have a grad transfer from Xavier and Tierra Floyd, who we saw earlier. And then they brought in 3 freshmen. One of the freshmen, Lior Haveli, is redshirting for the season, while Naomi Shorts and Alexis Moraney have not received a red shirt and have been valuable players off the bench for the Lady Hornets. It was good to see that shot go in for Lanasia Ash. She struggled in the last game, shooting 0 for 10 from the floor. Ash has been a streaky shooter her entire career, but in terms of catch and shoot 3-point attempts, she's usually reliable. They can knock them down from any spot alongside the 3-point line. So far, something that's keeping the Lady Hornets relatively close is Cleveland State, who normally shoots very well from the 3-point line, shooting about 41% on the season. They are shooting just 22% from beyond the arc so far in this game, as they're just 2 for 9 from deep. The Lady Hornets use a full court press out of the timeout, trying to disrupt whatever play Cleveland State had drawn up, and it's been effective so far. Only 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Jumper is short by Nadia Dumas. Ash with the ball. Collins probing in the lane, loses the ball, bounced off from Moore's knee, and that will be a turnover. Levy passes it out. Probably a charge. They didn't call it. Moore, beautiful move there by Mariah Moore. And they have to put someone else on Moore. Collins just does not have the height to contest those shots by Miller. Moraney, sorry, that's Turner, crossing over, kicks it to Sam. She can make it from there, but that one's left short. Moore gets the rebound. Ash, it looked like she turned it over, but will be a kickball violation instead. Miller is in disbelief with the call. She doesn't believe she put her foot out and thought she deflected that cleanly with her hand. Sam has been subbed out, and Bullock is back in for the Lady Hornets. Turner, wide open 3. That one is just too strong off the rim. She's just 0 for 6 so far. Has not been able to make anything, and she's coming off probably her best offensive performance of her career here. Collins with the steal. Turner, back to Collins. Bullock thought about driving. Miller, jumper, too strong, tried to get her own rebound, was unsuccessful. Mariah White to Gradwell. And right now they're going to continue to post up that matchup. Turn around off of one leg, probably unnecessary. Don't need to fade if you're Miller because you have the height advantage. Turner. Ash will use a pick here to try to get into the lane. She's successful, but throws up a wild shot. Not the best look there. Lady Hornets have struggled offensively so far, and the Vikings will knock down a 3 by Talia Levy. And now the Vikings lead by 14 with the score at 29-15. The Hornets trailing by 14 with just under 2 minutes left until halftime. Turner to Ash. Turner to Bullock. Bullock gets fouled before the shot. The foul will be on Nadia Dumas. That'll be her second, and she will take a seat. And Addison Moraney sub in for the Lady Hornets. Addison seeing some significant playing time so far. Sam had a good look at it, but lost the ball. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They need to get going. Turner took a look. She knows she has to get it off. Difficult shot. Won't hit the rim. And a shot clock violation by the Lady Hornets. Levy to Miller. Has a little bit more length against her with Bullock, and Bullock able to force her into a turnover. Bad pass by Sam, but Turner gets it. What a move. No good on the shot. She just can't get anything to fall. Geraci, and that'll be a charge. Another good defensive rotation by Melissa Sam, drawing the charge, but they need somebody to go inbound the ball. Addison directing traffic. Just 34 seconds remain in the first half. Offense looking pretty stagnant. Entry pass down to Sam. Addison gets it back. Addison pull-up jumper, and that's what she has done her entire career. She loves the two-dribble pull-up jumper and knocks it down, and a much-needed basket for the Lady Hornets, and that has to feel good for Addison. She hasn't really been effective so far for the start. Has had very limited time so far this season. Miller, step back, doesn't get the roll, but halftime here at Memorial Hall Stadium. Delaware State trails 29-17. Stay tuned for second half coverage here at DESU-TV live stream, and we'll be back in just a few moments. So second half action is just about to start. Once again, the Lady Hornets trail by 12. Neither team shot well in the first half, but the Lady Hornets shot worse, shooting just 21% compared to the Vikings, who shot 40% from the field. What's keeping the Lady Hornets relatively close in this game is that the Vikings, who normally shoot the three ball very well at 41%, are just 3 of 10 from beyond the arc. The Lady Hornets, obviously, they're one of the few teams in the nation that play pretty much strictly man-to-man defense, as you see Naomi Shorts all over Mariah White to start the quarter. So it forces you to have to go into the paint to get your baskets. Have a foul on Melissa Sam as Nadia Dumas went up for the basket. Vikings have done most of their damage from the paint, scoring 18 of their 29 first half points from the painted area. Dumas misses the first of 2. Dumas knocks the second one down. Turner, pull-up jumper. Turner still just ice cold from the field. She's 0 for 9. She's taking some good shots, but they just are not falling for the JUCO transfer. Some fighting down low. Dumas called for shoving. She was trying to get post position on Niaja Bullock and got a little too aggressive down low. Shorts bringing the ball up court. Sam down low, reverse pivot, jumper, good move. We saw Mariah Miller do the same thing for the Vikings. And Melissa Sam saying, I have that move in my repertoire as well. Speaking of Miller, she has the matchup she wants, but kicks it out in the lane, and looks like a blocking foul will be charged to Melissa Sam. Jamaya Braxton will shoot 2. Braxton, just a 48% shooter from the charity stripe, knocks the first one down. Demi Moore is checking in. It'll have to be after this free throw attempt, as you see one of the refs tells her to slow your roll a little bit. Braxton knocks both of them down. Shorts, freshman from New Jersey. Turner. Braxton has done a good job keeping Turner in front. Turner has a wide variety of different crossovers that she uses to get into the paint, but they have not worked against this Vikings defense so far. Sam. Back out to Turner. Just 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They need to get going fast, and Braxton will get called for a blocking foul. Bumped Shorts as she was driving, and that will reset the shot clock back to 20 seconds and give Lady Hornets more than enough time to get into their offense. Turner gets a look, just has not been able to make anything. She's 0 for 10 from the field. Braxton in and out, need a rebound. It'll be Gradswell. Gradswell, hook shot, way too strong. Miller gets it, flips it up. No good, but she was fouled.
Lady Hornet foul number 14, Debbie Moore. Her second personal team starter. Shooting 2, Mariah Miller.
Miller had 13 first half points. She's well on her way to scoring another 20-point performance. She knocks down the first of 2, tying the largest lead of the game at 14. And now they will take their largest lead of the game at 15 with 8 minutes remaining. The Lady Hornets almost turned it over there. Mariah White did a good job stepping into the pass, but knocked over Lenasia Ash in the process. That will be her third personal foul, so she'll be taking a seat, and Talia Levy will take her place. Shorts, hands off, trying to get the ball into the post to Sam, and they do. A good move by Sam, left it short. Rebound was almost saved by Lenasia Ash, but it'll go out of bounds and be the Vikings ball. Full court pressure by Naomi Shorts. She has the potential to be one of the better defenders on this team. She has great lateral quickness. She'll be called for a foul as she was trying to fight through a screen. But one of her biggest issues has been foul trouble. That will be her first, but she'll take a seat. Good to see Addison back on the floor. She's played just limited time, as we said before, but has gotten some big minutes here. Has a basket to her name, hit a pull-up jumper just before time expired in the first half. Miller, pull-up jumper, and it's just nothing but net. They have nothing for her, no answer. Nobody on the floor has been able to guard her, and she's made every single defender that has tried to defend her pay. Addison in trouble, finds Collins. And the Lady Hornets, they just cannot get into the paint. The Vikings have been very good defensively.
Vikings foul number 12, Taylor Levy. Her first personal team fourth.
And offensively, one of the Lady Hornets' weaknesses is they don't really have a player in the front court that they can dump the ball into. If you've been watching these live streams for the last 4 or 5 years, you've been accustomed to a player like Najee Pollard, who was a forward for them and broke the scoring record for the most points in a single career for Delaware State University, as Melissa Sam leaves it short of the rim on that attempt. But going back to Pollard, she scored almost 2,000 points in her career. She graduated and is now playing overseas in Switzerland. And if there's one thing that the Lady Hornets miss, it's her presence that you could just dump something inside and get a basket out of. They do not have that player anymore. Tiara Floyd, who is a terrific player in her own right, is more of a three-point threat, but also she's been dealing with an ankle sprain. We saw her try to give it a go for a couple of minutes in the first half. Made a three-point shot, but was just struggling with her mobility, and she now has her right ankle iced up, and I don't think she'll be playing at all in the second half. And there's another miss from the outside, this time by Collins. Jamia Braxton thought about pushing in transition, but the Lady Hornets defense was set up. Miller, now they have Addison trying to deal with her. Gradswell thought about shooting it. The Graffin Reed, sorry, gets fouled on her jumper.
Lady Hornet foul number 23, Janasia Law, her first personal team's fifth.
That will be Law's first foul.
Shooting two, Dana DeGraffenreid.
Graffin Reed knocks down the first. Graffin Reed will just be her sixth free throw attempt of the season, and she knocks them both down. Nadia Dumas subbing in for Gradwell. Bullock to Collins. Collins hop steps into the lane, but nothing there. Had to kick it out. Janasia Law. High layup off the glass. No good. The Lady Hornets just cannot get it. The Graffin Reed got the defensive rebound, but fell down and traveled. So possession will remain here for the Lady Hornets. They trail by 19 points. And they just cannot find anything offensively. And that's been the story for the last two games. It's just offensively not being able to get much going. Pull-up jumper, Collins, and she'll get the shooter's roll. That's a player that needs to look for her shot more often. And we have a timeout, and I believe it will be Delaware State who called it after the main jumper. But Collins, who leads the team in points with 13 points per game, only attempted just 4 shots in the first half. Obviously, her being in foul trouble had something to do with that. But so you see the Vikings getting some last-second instructions. And the Vikings, if I'm their head coach, just saying continue to attack the paint. They have a huge size advantage, and also they have a player in Mariah Miller who can get any shot that she wants. Speaking of Miller, she has 17 points. Also has 6 rebounds, shooting an efficient 6 of 12 from the field, including 1 3-pointer that she hit in the first half. She leads all scorers, obviously, with her 17. The Lady Hornets, they don't have anybody with more than 4 points. Sharaja Collins and Demi Moore are those 2 players for the Lady Hornets who have 4 points each. Lady Hornets full court press to slow down the Vikings and try to disrupt whatever they called coming out of that timeout break. And it looks like they want to post up and find a mismatch, which is Janasia Law, who is only about 5'4". They tried to post her up with Mariah White, but was unable to get the ball to White, and leads to a turnover. Another stop in action. I believe it's just the 5-minute media timeout. Cleveland State, who was just to only finish 7th in the Horizon League preseason polls, to the top of the Horizon League standings right now at 5-1. And they don't have anybody in their preseason first or second team rankings, but if you watch Miller play, you would think she would at least get all Horizon League honors after this season is over for Cleveland State. Collins, Bullock for 3, no good. And the Lady Hornets just cannot buy a bucket right now. Defensively, they've done enough to keep this game relatively close, but they need some sort of run before the third quarter ends to make this a game. Going down low to White because they have that height advantage, and there's just nothing Janasia Law can do. The Vikings now tie, again, their largest lead at 19. The Lady Hornets will be subbing in 4 players at the next break. Law. Sam is calling for it. Now they'll run a pick and roll. Law, floater, good shot. And that's a shot that Law needs to look for more. She's very good at getting into the lane, and obviously with her height, she needs to use those high arcing type of shots to get the ball over the outreached hands of defenders. And once again, they're going to go and try to post up the smaller Delaware State guards, but nothing doing there for the Vikings on that trip. Collins, one more, and Bullock was slashing into the rim, but lost the ball. Law, she'll use a pick again. Hop steps, good bounce pass underneath to Sam. Unfinished business for the JUCO transfer, but the Vikings stepped out of bounds. That's the second time this quarter that Dana DeGraffenreid got a rebound but committed a turnover. So wholesale changes here for the Lady Hornets. Ash, Turner, Moore, and Shorts all sub in. Shorts skips it over to Collins. Collins is going to be fouled there by Jemiah Braxton. Braxton used her forearm a little bit to bump Collins off and keep her from driving to the rim. That foul will put the Vikings in the bonus for the rest of the way. So 2 free throws for Sharaja Collins. Collins, another one of those 7 JUCO transfers. Knocks down the first of 2 free throws. And if you're the Lady Hornets, you want to at least cut this lead down to 10. They have 2 minutes and 42 seconds to do so. Want to make it as close to single digits as you possibly can for this fourth quarter stretch. If not, you start thinking about subbing out some of your key players to avoid injuries. Braxton to White. Graswell, no good on the shot. Collins. Shorts, threes contested and rejected by Braxton. Collins to Ash. Collins with the stop and go move. And going to be a foul on the Lady Hornets. It will be on Moore as she crashed in for the rebound, knocked the DeGraffenreid down. And the Vikings will walk the floor as now both teams are in the bonus. Graffin Reed knocks down the first free throw. Rims the second one. Ash gets the rebound, and she'll push the pace up the floor. Ash is third on the team in points, but has not really looked for her shot so far this game. Shorts to Moore. Moore back to Ash. Kicks it one more time. Turner stops, pops, and she just can't get anything to fall. I believe she's 0 for 11 from the field, and she looks a little frustrated after she couldn't get that shot to go in. It was a good look. The Graffin Reed dribbles into trouble, but we'll get a foul, a loose ball foul. I believe it'll be on Collins. The Vikings on that play were trying to set up a play for Mariah Miller in the post. Lanesia Ash did a good job denying the pass in the post. The Graffin Reed dribbled herself into trouble, but ended up getting fouled by Collins, and now she'll head to the line again for a pair of free throws. No good on the first for the Graffin Reed. She's missed her last 2 free throw attempts. Oh for 2 from the line. Law battles and gets the rebound. And 13 seconds left on the play clock, and an errant pass by Law. Lady Hornets pressing full court. They haven't forced a lot of turnovers in today's game. That's kind of the calling card for the Lady Hornets. Geraci, no good. Moore finishes the possession with the rebound. Turner crosses over, thought about it. Law on the back cut. Difficult shot, no good, just couldn't get it to go. Miller to White. White with the charge. Good job there by Turner. Turner, before her recent about 4-game scoring streak, was recruited here to be more of a defensive specialist. At least early on it seemed that way. Drawing charges and guarding the opposing team's best perimeter player was her calling card early on before she got more of a scoring role during the last 4 games. Moraney, good entry pass to Moore, and she finishes with the foul. Moore's been a bright spot down low for the Lady Hornets. Another one of those junior college transfers. Her and Miaja Bullock came from the same JUCO school. And Demi Moore knocks down the free throw to convert the 3-point play. The Vikings will have about 10 seconds left to get something going. Celia Levy behind the back, may have gotten fouled, but we're going to get a travel instead. Lanesia Ash got lucky, reached across. They may have drawn some contact, but Levy ended up turning the ball over on a travel. Moraney will let it go, it'll count. And it will fall off the front of the rim. It looked like it was good from here. Lady Hornets were unable to were unable to cut that lead down to 10, but it's not out of the realm of possibility to make a comeback, only down 13 points. They need to do a lot better than score and shoot better than what they've done in these last 3 quarters. Right now, the leading scorer for the Lady Hornets is Demi Moore. She has 7 points after converting that 3-point opportunity just moments ago. Collins has 6 points, but is just 2 of 7 from the field. And Lyric Turner obviously has been struggling, as we've documented. She's been struggling from the field in today's game. She's 0 for 11. She scored 26 points just in her last game, but that has not carried over. Lanasia Ash got a good mid-range look. They just cannot get anything to fall, and that's a silly foul. The foul will be on Lyric Turner. That's just her first foul. And now you see the Lady Hornets looking like they're going with a more aggressive full-court trap. They want to generate some turnovers and hopefully some easy baskets. Here's the trap coming. Deflection. Levy able to keep it. Braxton, too strong. Rebound by the Vikings. Looks like it was the Graffenried who got it and put it back in. And a missed opportunity for the Lady Hornets. Looked like they had a steal and it turns into a basket instead. And the Vikings are back up 15. Turner. Down low to Moore. She's had her way down low in the paint, but didn't look at the rim that time. Ash, difficult shot. No good. Rebound by Miller. And the luxury of having a 6-foot forward who can get the ball and bring it up the court. And Gradwell just left wide open. And Caputo, that's something that he just doesn't tolerate. And he jumped right up out his seat to call a timeout. Just a lack of communication and effort as they allow a wide open layup for Gradwell. So 8:56 left. Lady Hornets down 17, and they need to get something going on the offensive end. Their defense has kept them in this game. Both teams are shooting below 40%, but once again, the Lady Hornets are just shooting woefully. They're hovering around just 23%, while the Vikings are shooting about 37% from the field. Collins, good pass to Sam. And Sam gets to go, so a good first possession off the timeout. They were able to get an easy look for Melissa Sam. That's Sam's second basket of the game. And now defensively, they need to get a stop. They need to string consecutive stops together. Miller, no good. She's been cold since the first half, only 3 points in the second half after scoring 14 in the first 20 minutes of play. Collins stops, pops, fouled. She'll head to the line for two. Collins makes the first. She now has 7 points for the Lady Hornets, tied for the most points on the team. Rims the second, as it was just too short. Lady Hornets trail 14. They might have one or two more runs in them as Gradwell knocks down the three. Lady Hornets not doing anything so far. Took a lot of time to get into their offense. Just 7 seconds left on the shot clock, sorry. Good move there by Melissa Sam, but left it short. Moore gets the rebound. They have 16 seconds left, and they don't need to be in a particular hurry. Bullock knocks down the corner three. A much-needed shot for the Lady Hornets. They still trail by 14. Miller, seems like they're going to be calling her number the rest of the game, but she misses that one. Need a rebound. It's Sam, and she gets fouled. Turner back in for Moraney. And Moore back in for Melissa Sam. If they could get something from Turner here, it would be very helpful in their comeback attempt. She's their best three-point shooter on the team. She's made 14 threes so far this season. Collins stops again, no good. Rebound by Ash. Ash trapped in the corner. Turner for three, and she knocks it down, and she's excited and feeling it after finally getting one to fall. Lady Hornets now down by just 11. Collins pressing up on Braxton. Down low, Dumas sees double vision and travel. Actually, they're going to call 3 seconds in the paint. Turner for three again. That one too far off to the left. And the Bradford once again gets the rebound, but turns it over. She fell again, and that's a travel. Bullock in the lane, finds Moore. Moore, too strong. The ball will go to the Vikings. after it looked like it was out of bounds last on Lanasia Ash. White bringing the ball up for the Vikings. They're trying to get a play set up for Miller. Turner's doing a good job denying her. The grass and read, no good. Ash gets it, and she's pushing the pace. She'll find Collins, but good job by the Vikings getting back. Turner thought about it and traveled. Naomi Shorts coming back in. She's probably their best full court defender. She puts a lot of pressure on ball handlers, and you'll see an example right here. Gradwell thought that Miller would cut back door, and that's one thing that you cannot do is fake a back cut. But defensively, the Lady Hornets have disrupted Miller as they've done a terrific job just denying her the ball. Turner. Dribbling, crossing over. Ash for three, and just like that, it's an 8-point game, 48-40, with just under 5 minutes to play. That's Ash's second three-pointer of the game. She's reliable out there. Miller got the mismatch that she wanted, bullies her way in, can't get it. Ash with the rebound, critical possession. Turner for three, in and out, just rimmed it. Moore with the rebound. They need to settle down just a little bit. They have time. Turner fires again, and this one is good. She knocked it down, kept the hand up, and talking a lot of trash after burying her second triple of the game. And it's just a 6-point lead. Sorry, a 5-point lead. 48-43. 4:21 remaining. The Vikings have to call a timeout. And just like that, we have a game, ladies and folks. And Turner coming alive here. Like we said, she entered the game leading the team with 14 made threes. Was extremely cold to start, but buried two when they needed it the most. Now the Lady Hornets only trail by 5. White trapped in the corner, gives it to Miller. Braxton has it, and the Vikings will set up on offense. You know they're looking for Miller. Shorts all over Miller. Good job defensively there by Shorts. Dumas to White. Just 5 seconds left on the shot clock. It'll have to be the Graffin read for three, in and out, need a rebound. Miller gets it. Miller gets fouled, and they'll count the basket. The foul will be on Turner. Shorts had a shot at the rebound, was unable to get it, and looks a little frustrated with herself. Miller, this will be her 20th point if she knocks this free throw in, and she does. So that's her 5th 20-point performance of the season. Collins, jumper, short, Moore, tips it into Ash. Ash, no good, should have brought that one down. The Lady Hornets trapping, unable to get the steal. They need to get back. Braxton will use a screen and shoot a jumper. No good, too strong. Moore with the rebound. Just over 3 minutes left. Hornets down 8. Maroney will check in after this break. Ash knocks down another three-pointer. That's our third made three-pointer of the game. And it's back to just a 5-point lead for the Vikings. Miller, nothing but net. Not sure what the call is. They're actually going to check to see if Miller hit a 2 or a 3. Miller coming alive late for the Vikings. He seems to be their only option on offense at this point, as everybody else has been taken out of their game. Miller's shot counts as just 2 points. So the Vikings lead by 7, 53-46, 2:52 remaining. The Lady Hornets have been shooting the three ball especially well in this fourth quarter. They've scored 18 points in this quarter already. Collins drives in, wild shot. Looks like the ball is staying here. Actually, they're going to call a foul. Caputo is upset about something, but the players are saying, just calm it down. We don't want a technical foul here. They're trying to discuss if it was a shooting foul or not, and that was what Caputo was arguing. Thought it was a shooting foul, as Collins may have gotten shoved as she went in for her layup attempt, but that's not what the call must have been on. Collins drives, kicks it, Ash, deep three, no, Moore with the rebound, and she throws it away. Moore just needs to be a little bit more composed. You have 3 seconds in that paint where you can locate where to pass the ball to before you have to get out of the key. A little bit of inexperience there. Obviously they have JUCO experience, but Division I is a little faster, it's a little tougher. And they have a foul to give, but Turner commits it there. That'll be Turner's third, 2:28 remaining. Obviously the Lady Hornets need a stop. White operating the offense. DeGrasse Reed knocks down a timely basket. Lead back up to 9 with just under 2 minutes remaining. Collins probing the lane, no good. Not a big fan of that shot in that situation. Nobody else touches the ball. And Collins put up a difficult shot in the lane, especially with Turner and Ash both knocking down a pair of triples. Would like to see at least one of them get a touch on every possession down the court. White, three is way short as she airballs it out of bounds. The Lady Hornets have to get working quickly. We will get a timeout by Cleveland State. Right now, Lanesia Ash leads the team with 9 points and also shares a lead with 8 rebounds. That's a tie for the team high for boards for the Lady Hornets. Mariah Miller has 22 and 10. She's the only player in double figures for the Vikings. Ash to Turner. She's thinking about a three. She'll shoot it. Too short. She had the right direction. It was on line, but just a tad bit short. And they need to force a turnover here or a quick stop. The Vikings are in no particular hurry to do anything but take some time off this clock. Braxton for three, no good, need a rebound. Collins gets it, and Collins needs to be in a hurry. Under 1 minute left, Turner, she sees double vision, kicks it to Moraine. Moraine to Collins, Ash loses it. Ash pulls up for three and buries it. Lanesia Ash, 4 3-pointers. They need to foul. They need to foul. Time is running out. Somebody has to foul. Somebody has to foul. Finally, Collins does. About 10 seconds ran off of that clock. Naomi Shorts checking back in. She's quickly turned into one of their defensive specialists. And Collins will foul Miller. Miller has made all 5 of her free throw attempts. Has a chance to add a couple more to her stat line. That was Collins' 5th foul. So she's disqualified for the rest of the game. Alexis Moraine checks back in for Collins. Miller, I mean, it's barely touching the net when it goes in. She knocks both in, so it is now a 8-point lead. Turner has to get working early. Turner for three. That one doesn't look good, but it almost went in. Jump ball situation. Possession arrow will go to Cleveland State. Turner almost banked that one in. Maya Bullock checking in to add more speed to deny everything. You see they're switching everything. Turner almost takes a spill there. So we'll walk the floor as Mariah White is heading to the line. White misses the first, so still some life. And you see there's nobody for the Vikings there to get a rebound. They're all back to play defense. White misses both. So still a glimmer of hope for the Lady Hornets. Somebody has to get going. Ash will shoot it. That one's short. Bullock gets the rebound. Bullock drives in, pops for the jumper, no good, and that will probably wrap it up here as the Lady Hornets will drop their 4th game in a row. 57-49. Cleveland State will improve to 6-1 on the season. And the Lady Hornets will drop to 3-5 and have lost their last 4 games. But a gutsy performance by both teams, and have to be impressed with the Lady Hornets, who were down by as much as 19. They were able to cut the deficit down to 4 on 2 occasions. But it was just too much of Mariah Miller, who finished with 24 points. Scored 7 of her 24 in the 4th quarter. Made some timely buckets and hit some free throws down the end when it mattered the most for the Vikings. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in to the DESU-TV live stream. My name is Derek Slayton. Signing off until next time.